Hi, the Rockafire models are ready to be downloaded. There's a tutorial in this video right after this, but if you're already experienced with Blender, you'll be able to use it with no problem. So just have fun, and here's the tutorial. Quick disclaimer before I do the tutorial: if you want to use any of my models, please credit me. Other than that, you're free to do whatever you want with them, make custom stages, do whatever. Have fun! So, the first thing you're going to want to do, so you've got your folder with the Blocky Rockafire shows. Copy this over and name it whatever you want. I'll just name it tutorial. Nice. And then you open it up in Blender. So Blender's just free. I'm saying this for anyone who doesn't know. Blender's just a free thingy that you can get on PC. You probably just search up Blender download and go to the official website. So, first thing you want to do when you get in, you want to press Z on your keyboard, or Z for you Americans, and go to Material Preview, and boom, you see the stages and stuff. Anti-lock in the sun and moon will probably be added in later updates. I just wanted to get this released because a lot of people wanted it. So this is your workspace for all of your shows and stuff. Probably the first thing you want to do is go to Speaker over in the thingy list, and go here, and then you can't see this, but on my screen I'm selecting my audio that I'm gonna animate. I'll just do Her Majesty, just a Beatles song, really short, and it's short because I wanted to do it for the tutorial. You might not be able to hear it well. Oh, hang on. No, you can hear it well. And then you've got to find where the end of the song is, and you see this, you click and hold. And so when you find where the song ends, and then, so it ends around there, I'll drag this over to be there, so that the animation ends when the song ends. Simple. So, so basically, you've got everything you can animate here. I'll start by showing off characters and curtains. So I'll want to do Billybob's stage for this, but you can do the main stage as well. Everything works basically the same. Just several characters have a few niches. So you want to go up here and click pose mode after selecting the thing. So I'll do Billy stage and then pose mode. And then you press S and move this slowly, because you can do it quickly. But then when you'll be animating it, and you do it quickly, it'll just look unrealistic, right? So, you want to press this, which is auto keying, and play your animation. And so that's the curtain opening, and then I'll do it closing here. So I messed that up. So if you this is a good place to show you. If you mess something up, you can go into this keyframe editor. You can just take some of the thing. You can just select it. So you press on the movement, or because if you're doing a character, you can do all the movements at the same time. So you press on the movement that you want to edit. You go down here and you select, and then you just press delete on your keyboard, and then press delete keyframes here. But I'll just perfect that differently. And then I'll do the same thing for curtain closing. It's just here I didn't manage it, so I'll select the things at the end, delete, go here. You can also move keyframes, so I'll just move this at the end here. But if you're new to Blender and have never used it before, just follow this tutorial to learn how to use my models. So, you've done the curtains. So I'll show you how to do characters. So over here I want to select Billybob. I've got Billybob, I'll go into pose mode. So here you see all of his movements. Now most movements, to control, you click on the movement and press R, and you just move your mouse around. However, things like guitar slides, or just some movements, you've got to figure out which one's by yourself. You have to press G, and then move it. So, for example, head turn, which is this one here. I know this is head tilt. I just press R, move it, but for eyelids, I press G. You can move them both at the same time if you just like drag your mouse like this, and then I'll animate his mouth, and then I'll animate the rest of him in sped up, so that you can basically just get a feel of what the how animation of characters' movements are. So that's how you do that. So I did all of his mouth movements here, and I'll quickly animate the rest of him to this song and show you.
Here we go again.
So here I did all of his head movements, and he's fully animated. So I'll just get rid of that for you just to show you. And here's basically what I made just with the head movements. You saw it all sped up.
Her Majesty's a pretty nice girl, but she doesn't have a lot to say. Her Majesty's a
Quick side note, if you don't know how to move around the Blender workspace, please just find another tutorial to help you out. I don't want to add so much things to this tutorial. Anyway, back to the show. So that's that for you there. That's how you animate a character, but you probably want to animate lights as well. So, let's say you want to do a spotlight. To do that, you've got to press this button right here when you're at the beginning of your show, and then you go to the bit where you want the spotlight to turn on, so we'll do this here, and then you type 0 in here, and then you press the right arrow key 5 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you type in 5,000. This is complicated, but it's the only way you can do it. If you can't see your spotlight, press Z and then go to rendered. And then, if you want to turn it off, you do the exact same thing, but instead first you type 5,000, where you go to where you want to turn it off down here, and then you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you press 0, and boom. Okay, and then there's things like floodlights. So basically you do the same thing. For floodlights, you do the same thing, you just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Turn this to 5,000 and boom, his flood is on. He's got multiple floods, so I'll just do this as well. Boom, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You get quick at this eventually. I honestly can't help you get quick at it, it's just practice. So also, another light that's a bit different is the sign behind the main band. So back here, what you want to do, if you, let's say, click this sign, because the sign has 3 lights. You press here, you do the same thing with the 0, but instead of 5,000, you go 200. Same thing with switching it off. You type 200, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 0. So, there's also standing up beach bear included. It's just there because I made him. Really nothing much. So, the camera. You want to press 0 on the number pad. If you don't have the number pad, you can change it in preferences. You can go input, and there's emulate numpad, and you can use the 1 to 0 keys. But I've got a numpad, so I can press 0 on the numpad. If you hear things like while you're doing that, it's probably just because it's lagging because it's simulating everything at the same time. Or you can also set up a keyframe, press G, move it one frame forward, and then set it up at a different location, and it just snaps. Oh man, a quick thing I forgot about is rendering. So this is the intro of the video right here. It's just a scene I set up with a light. You don't have to worry about setting up your own lights and stuff unless you really want to, but don't learn that from me. But basically, to render, you just select what you want here. After your camera and everything is set up, you go here into this button, and you go into output, and you select where you want it to be exported to, and you need it to be AVI RAW, and after that you just go up here, render animation, and it should start rendering. So that's all you need to know to animate the band. I'll add a few advanced tips right now. If you just want to do basic animating, that's all you need. Here are some of the advanced things that you might want to do. So, advanced tip number 1. If you want to, sometimes when you're doing the character's eyes, you might want to select both the eye movement and the eyes close at the same time if you're more of a skilled animator, and then you can move this around like this and do both movements. Another tip, you can remove Beach Bear's hair if you click on it and press H, and then use hairless Beach Bear. I prefer him with the hair, but you know. Here are some character niches that have interesting things. So, Looney Bird, when you get him out the barrel, he's got this little movement here. It's just so that you can make him wobble around when he's doing his movements. So, and then he's wobbling around and having fun. Another advanced tip, sometimes movements can work better if you press the axes that they move on. So for example, if I want to do Mitzi's mouth here, I press R to rotate and then X, and then boom, they can move their mouth. Boom, boom. Sometimes it depends on where you grab it. Mitzi's mouth is kind of a glitchy one, I think, yeah. But yeah, you can also grab ears at the same time and press Y. If you don't press Y, it just moves a bit slower and a bit, worse and different. Some movements, if you grab two at the same time, just do this. Have fun! You can make your own custom stages and stuff. You can change color palettes. You can do whatever if you've got a good knowledge of Blender. Like IKEA, I've just made IKEA Billybob. I really hope you have fun with the models, and see you next time. I'll probably be uploading shows of it, and I'll be working on the PTT models. So, have fun.